What's cracking, everybody? Chad here. I am an addict in recovery. I don't say that enough on here. But this is a great question. This is a reply to one of my posts that I replied that I'm 2.5 years clean now from methamphetamines, hard drugs. Honestly, I came from, I'm now in Montana. A little over 2.5 years ago, I was in Arizona. Little town called Globe. Population just over 7,000, roughly. Um, the hardest part was I knew I wanted to quit, but there was somebody that I was honestly in love with, and she wasn't giving it up anytime soon. And I knew to have any chance to have time with her, I had to have it. And yes, it's a stupid reason, but addiction is a stupid disease. I'm not saying it's a stupid disease, but it makes you do stupid things, very stupid things. Um, Even though she was doing some very very stupid things, I was very much in love with this woman. I would have done anything for her, and I did do anything for her, even though many times she showed me that I was doing it for nothing. um, but the hardest part for me about quitting, honestly, was realizing that I had to quit going around the people that were my friends. It's more like frenemies. It's not a matter of you just being there, it's a matter of what you can provide for them. And it doesn't always get reciprocated. It's more because I'm a giving person. Even in use, I was a very giving person. If I had very little, I would still share. If I, you know what I'm saying? Even with people that would do stuff around me and not share with me, I would share with. I'm a very giving person. I'm just a kind person. I've always been that way. I've always so that was my hardest part, was to realize that if you're trying to stop something, you can't keep going around people, places, things where it's at. You're going to be tempted. And when you're homeless, yeah, living on the streets, I was eating out of garbage cans and dumpsters from restaurants. Little Caesars was really cool because they would put a shopping cart out back and put all of their leftovers for the day, well, the night, um, in that shopping cart. So Little Caesars really kept me alive for a while. So shout out to Little Caesars. Hey, I mean, I've got a bunch of boxes in here right now because I go there a lot. Um, Anyways, and then I had a friend in Montana that believed in me and told me he knew I was better than all of this. His name is Albert Hernandez, and he bought me a plane ticket. And my little sister knew that I had quit using. She came by, she saw me, so she saw something else go down, which is where somebody kicked me out of their abandoned trailer that they said I could stay in as long as nobody knew where I lived. And I'd sent them messages saying, "Hey, my little sister's coming over. I hope that's not a problem. If it is, I can meet her somewhere else." They never replied. And then my little sister was getting ready to leave, and they came from their trailer, which was three trailers up and across the way, up the street, whatever, across the street, and demanded to have their key back and blah 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 blah. Nobody, and I was like, "Look, I tried leaving you messages. You guys didn't respond. You get, please look. I left you saying my sister was coming." And what's sad is the guy that it was his trailer, that was his wife that came out first, and then he came out, and I was like, "Bro, Joe, you know my sister. You went to school with my sister. This is my sister and my son." And he said, "No, I need the key." And I said, "I gave it to your wife." And he was like, "Oh, well, she told me you refused to give it to her." I said, "No, I tried pleading my case to her before I gave it to her, but I did give it to her." So this guy's buying me a plane ticket. My little sister says I can go stay with her until the flight. So in the meantime, I'm trying to find a place to stay when I get here, which Albert's ex and the mother of his three children lives here as well. And we've all known each other for 27 years now. And it was 25 years at the time, 24 and a half, whatever. But I asked her if I could stay with her. And she was like, yeah, sure, not a problem. So my first day here, I really didn't do anything. I just kind of took everything in. But my second day, I hit the ground running. Boom, had a job, was working. You know, and I've just been going since. And I've tried to adapt the attitude of it is what it is because it is what it is. I can't change the things that happen. You can't change the things that happen. Not in my life, your life. I mean, you can work to make them better or to erase them out of, you know, I mean, we only have a couple of options whenever things happen. We can either deal with it or we can do something to help change it. And if you sit there and dwell on it, then you're not doing anything to change it. You're just, it's letting it's eating you. That's why forgiveness is not for the other person. There's some people that I have forgiven that will never know that I have forgiven them. But it's not for them. It's for me. It's for my peace of mind. I don't want to go around angry. I don't want to go around, or if I see a certain person and be like, "Oh, that stupid son of a," you know what I'm saying? I'm at a point in my life. I'm 48 years old. I'll be 49 March 30th, 2025. I want peace. I actually really dislike the fact that I'm single right now. But I am still kind of working on me, so I kind of have to enjoy it. And I'm just in a little motorhome, barely big enough for me, but it's mine. They can kick me out of the space, but they can't kick me out of the place. Anyways, if there's anything else you would like to know from any of this, feel free to ask. Remember, be the light, the difference, the one in a million, be the change. Change starts that person looking back at you in the mirror. I love y'all. Whoever made it this far, much love.